How you doing, guys? Nice to see you back at our little gathering here. I'm just trying to get the waves here. I'm running both things here, so I'm running Facebook, so I'm looking back and forth. Hi, Ann. How you doing? There's Donna. How are we doing? Jennifer Phillips. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great. Hi, Jeanette. You're doing at least double new grandbaby stuff. I hope it's all going well. I hope the babies and the moms are doing well there, Jeanette. And all the best to you and Peter. That's great. That's great. It's gotta be very exciting. Hi, Neil from Shetty Camp. That's great. Nice to have you. Nice to have you join us. I'm not sure if anybody knows how to do this. I get a little notice here on Facebook. It says you can bring people in on your camera, but I'm not sure. Not sure what that means. So I'm trying to add here. Okay. Hi, Adam. That's great. Great. Excellent. Great. I'm not sure if the YouTube comments are working or not. I'm it just yeah, Marie. Oh, that's good. Wonderful. So, what are you guys up to? What's kind of going on? I'm sure it's all we're all a little bit slightly less restricted than we have been, eh? Yeah. Hey, it's Debbie. How you doing? Hi, Catherine. Good morning. Nice to have you. Morning, Marie. Nice to see you, or at least virtually, anyway. Thanks, Adam, for running over and check the chat. I took your advice the last time, and I think it's supposed to be working, but who knows? It's all a learning. The learning curve is very steep for me here. So let's see participants. Let me see who that is. I've got two people here on YouTube, so I'm not sure who that is. Great. How are things in Shetty Camp, Neil? Hope things are going okay for you. It's great to have you. There's Dolores. Great. Morning, Ruth Ann. Nice to see you. I bet you're kind of happy the classes are over, and you whatever and however that was, it's got to be pretty wild. Oh, okay. Jeanette just said they're working on getting their store fully open. That would be, I'm sure, great relief. It's been a long few months for sure. Yeah. Okay. So Neil's great. Oh, wait, now what did I just do here? I just flipped my camera. You don't want to be seeing my living room here. There's Adam is on there. It's on YouTube. Ah, there you go. Laura Kennedy from Little Lorraine, and Mary Ellen Corcoran from Northwest New Brunswick up in Johnville. So that's great. Nice to have you guys. Nice to get with us. Not sure what. I'd love to know how you've been. There's Betty from Wakeba. I'd like to know how you've what's been working for you in terms of your own kind of spiritual life over these last couple of months. What's been good? Is there anything that we've been doing that's been helpful? Anything that you'd like to see more of, or those kinds of things? And morning, Nancy. That's good. And Maurice Baban from Newfoundland. Nice to have you, Maurice. Long time no see. Morning, Janice from Sydney. Hi, Sandra. Oh, Joe is enjoying his golfing. I'm sure he absolutely is. That's good. Thanks, Adam. He says the YouTube chat is working, so I guess I'm not getting any. Nobody's really chatting with me, or at least I'm not seeing it here. So that's who knows what I'm doing. Hi, Jeanette Pertus. That's great. Dolores says I'm going viral. Well, I'm trying to wear my mask and I'm trying to keep socially distanced, so I hope it's not that kind of viral that you're meaning. Stephen from Sydney, it's great to have you. Great, that's great. Oh, as I say, I'd be just oh, hi, Joan Forberger. That's great. That's good. By the way, did it? Uh, I heard a priest friend of mine say recently he talked to his folks on Good Shepherd Sunday, and he said at least the sheep got sheared. I've got an appointment for sometime next week to get my hair cut. I can't wait. So I hope you all have been managing to get that stuff done. It's I think kind of wild and woolly is the right thing. Sandra says all the posts you put on in the mornings, then Mass and Sunday get me through. Thank you for that. Great. Um, yeah, for those of you that may be looking for some things, um, I put a list together a couple of weeks ago and kind of shared it with parishes and stuff around the diocese. It kind of went out with a mailing. And if you're online folks at all, and if you've been watching our Facebook posts, you'll notice I tend to rely on a few sites that I find are particularly good. Good morning, Deuce from Wakeba. Nice to have you. And so we'll probably post this list. We'll send it out on the email list early this week. And there's a bunch of online things that are really quite good, and I think we've kind of found them pretty helpful. And if you've been following the Facebook page, you'll know obviously some of these. The one that I use, and I use it myself every day, and it's a little 13 minute reflection. It's called Pray As You Go, and it's an app you can download for your tablet or phone, or there's actually a desktop site you can just do it on your computer. And it's always kind of one of the readings for the day, and it's really helpful. Yeah, Marielle, I'm going to have to pay my person who cuts my hair. I'm going to have to pay double as well. That's good. I can't wait to get it done though. So the Pray As You Go, is quite a good one, I find. There's also another one. A lot of these are the Society of Jesus, the Jesuit sites that I found to be helpful. Another one is from the Irish Jesuits. It's simply called Sacred Space, and they're .ie. So that's rather than .com. We've got Daphne Cashin, we've got Karen Roach, and Nancy says, "I love the Pray As You Go app." Yeah, no, it's really good. There's always a lovely piece of music. In fact, the one from this morning, I'm going to post this in a little bit. There's a choral group that I was not familiar with, but they're called the Convivium Singers, and they had a beautiful piece this morning for the Solemnity of the Body and Blood of Christ, which is called The Real Presence. So I'm gonna post that from YouTube in a little while. It's really quite good. So as I say, the Pray As You Go and the Sacred Space ones are really good. So what else is happening with you guys? I'd love to get the feedback, and it's part of this time for chat is a time not only for me to kind of do my monologue here and just to kind of see folks, but hopefully, would love to have find some ways to help our people connect with one another. So if you've got any ideas about that, we'd be very, very happy with that. Hi, Jarek. Nice to have you. Jarek Babin, joining with us this morning as well. Hope everybody's got a good cup of coffee as well. So, of course, we're all, I guess, kind of wondering, when things are when things are going to be lifted for pardon me, I'm sorry. For gathering back in our own church buildings. and I don't see that happening in at least certainly not in the short term. It doesn't seem to be. Janice McDougall from Sydney, great. She likes the Pray As You Go as well. She also says Pray As You Stay series on the same app. Yeah, that's really good. The Pray As You Go app has lots of other little retreats or meditations, and it's quite a good resource. Oh, Peter Chafe says he's going for the tea, not the coffee. That's I like it. Yeah, they're both good, but tea is good. Tea is good. Hector and Olive Campbell from Sydney, nice to see you guys. It's good, and got Brent Bannerman here today as well. So nice to have you, Brent. Thanks for thanking us. Anybody, if you're on YouTube there and you wanna text me out something, we'd be good with that. Jeanette Kiley's here. That's good as well. Oh, and Jason Pettypaw. Nice to have you, Jason. We miss seeing you guys on Saturday night. Jennifer, how you doing? My good friends from Halifax, Jennifer Johnson is with us this morning. That's great. It's I'll give a little shout out to Jennifer. It was really it was a conversation with her actually early on in the pandemic that that kind of encouraged me to go live. So you can blame her for that. But no, I really appreciate that. Dolores said, has the bishop communicated his thoughts re Dr. Strang's 1 year to 1.5 years waiting? No, there's no nothing more kind of serious conversation with that part of it. But one of the things that's really difficult is when you begin to read some of the protocols from across other dioceses across the country, the hygiene, the spacing, and the amount of work that it's going to take to bring people back to a building is pretty hefty. So we have to definitely have all our ducks in a row, if you will, before that that can happen. So it'll be onerous on everyone. So in the meantime, we have to find our ways of being together. Yeah, Nancy's saying, boy, do I ever miss our church family. I will second, third, and fourth that, especially for those of us who are extroverts. It's not an easy time. Vera, Tara, Miss Bass, yeah. Okay. Okay. Berkeley just texted in. He says, you're sounding good, but the image is dark. Yeah, I that's probably on YouTube. I think it's I've got a bit of backlight there, I think, from the window. And that's probably what's happening there. And some people say that I'm freezing up on them. I'm not sure if I can do much about that. I think the issue there is because I'm running 2 live streams at one time. The internet connection is probably a bit wonky. But so anyway, I throw those out though. The Pray As You Go and the Sacred Space are both really good. There's another site that I like as well. This is from the British Jesuits. It's called God in All Things, and they have a website and a podcast as well. So if you're into that, again, lots of great resources. Their podcasts are quite good. They're only they're usually about 5 or 6 minutes, and they put one out about every 2 weeks or something, and they're always thought provoking. That's good. Tara Lee says the image looks good on Facebook. I take it that you really mean that it's coming in nice and clear. I can't vouch for anything else about being good. Thank you for that. Okay, someone says freezing up is likely because of the comments, but no, that you're right. There's no reason to stop that. The sound is great. Thank you for that. Hi, Alice. How you doing? Saying hi to Evelyn Sutherland, my sister. I have her on the phone listening. Hi, Evelyn. Great to have you with us. That's wonderful. Okay. Well, Peter said we were talking about what we're doing for how we're getting ourselves through. Peter Chafe, of course, for most of you know, Peter has a store here in town. So he says he's really just been at the store by himself, so he get to crank up his faith music, And he's right. There's no substitute for singing at mass. You're absolutely right. That's great. Shirley Beaton, nice to have you with us this morning as well. That's good. That's good. Maybe if the folks that are on YouTube, I don't know if you could shout a comment. I'd love to know who's on here watching YouTube with us. Hi, Claire Phillips. That's it's really good. Any ideas? So I'd like to do this. I'm thinking every second week is a way to kind of gather us. Hi, Barney, Maryland, Power. Um, are there things that would be helpful for us to do in this time of gathering that you'd like to see or have us? I know we've had a couple of suggestions. Some people said we'd maybe do some music or those kinds of things. I'd certainly be open to that if we could find a way to do that and to share that. It would be again, it's just a good way to kind of create a little space for us. There's also not everybody likes the same kinds of stuff, and some people, like a little bit of a challenge. There's another site that I've come across, and it's just called the Daily Gospel through Christian Art, and it's just christian.art/index/php. Anyway, they have lots of good art. It's a different way of just reflecting on the gospel. So if that's helpful. Judy McGee from Lewisburg, lovely to have you, Judy. It's been a long time since I've seen you live. Anyway, hope all's well in Lewisburg. I can't imagine there's no fog. There'll be no fog there this morning. I wouldn't think so. Anyway, hope all is well. I hear the lobster fishermen are still getting out, so that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Hi, Liz Gerard. Liz, how's your little guy getting along? Kind of miss seeing him, miss seeing everybody. Yeah, hope that's all going well. And again, one other little site that, again, if you've never had the experience or you'd like to experience the prayer of the church and you would like to see that live, there's a group of there's a monastery in Ireland called Glenstal Abbey, and you can just search them out online. GLENSTALL. Yeah, Vera says I'd love to hear someone sing "Be Not Afraid" someday. Yeah, well, that's a great hymn for our times, isn't it? But anyway, the monks at Glenstal, they do morning prayer, evening prayer online, and they're beautiful voices, and it's just another way of engaging in something. So that may be something for you as well. Yeah, "Be Not Afraid" is very good. Yeah. Well, maybe the next time we'll get our act together and to do that. You may have noticed, just in terms of doing music online, we're in the process in the diocese. One of the reasons why we were singing for a while at our online liturgies. There you go. But we have to acquire in the diocese a podcast streaming license in order to do things online from the church. So we're in the process of securing that. So I'd like to have that in place before we'd actually do something on this venue. But that's always one of those. That's always one of those things. But if you have any suggestions, I'd certainly be wide open to do that for sure. Sure. So I'm just I'm looking at the time. It probably comes as no surprise to any of you that I can talk this much, but it always surprises me. It just feels like a bit of a monologue sometimes, and the time is really going by. So we'll go for another minute or two, if you wish, and we'll stop about 10 to 10. Gives folks a little chance to get together for mass and to do it. Dolores says, yeah, everything seems to be online these days. What about those who do not have the internet? How do we minister to these folks? No, it's a real challenge. And it's hard because, in terms of finding ways to be able to reach out physically is certainly a challenge at this time, but it would always have to be conscious of that. Um, Cheryl Myatt, nice to have you, Cheryl. Hope you guys are doing well. Adam, when and if you're able to get the podcast license, let me know and I'll do what I can to help. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Joe, welcome. Joe Prod is here. How was your game this morning? Hope you had a good score. That's great. I got the good little nice little flashing emoji there. That's good. That's good. So that's kind of where we are with that. But anyway, this is a good venue. I'd like to throw this out. Just ideas that have been floating around in my own mind. I'm not sure if anybody would be interested in doing kind of like a book review or those kinds of things. We could be easy enough to set up a little group. I think we could do that. Maybe even movie reviews, those kinds of things. Or maybe we do some gospel reflection or whatever that is. So I'm certainly wide open to doing whatever. It's I guess with doing this all online and it's all brand new to all of us. It's I guess the motto is no time to be squeamish. Walter Whitty's with us this morning, and that's great. Nice to have you guys. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Books. Someone says I'm addicted to reading. Yeah, maybe that may be something we can look at. Oh, Gene and Russell McNeil just launched on. That's great. Hope you guys are doing well. And Margie Holly, that's great. Folks are just coming online here, and we're just about. Hi, Walter. Great to have you. So we'll. So anyway, so thank you for coming. As I say, I'd like to stop a few minutes before Mass comes on at 10 o'clock. Gives everybody a little chance to get themselves settled and everything else. And I think it's an interesting weekend for us. Hi, Geraldine. For us as we celebrate this the solemnity of the body and blood of Christ. And it's tough for us, we're so used to receiving communion and just coming to church and being part of that. And it's a real challenge for us to ask, how are we, what's the Eucharist, what's its real meaning for us? And I guess in my own sense, I'm going to say a little bit about that in the homily this weekend, that our opportunity right now is to live what we've been handed, what we have received over the years. And so it's great. Oh, Jennifer says, Cal, I'll talk with you later for sure. I got some more ideas. Thanks, Jennifer. I really appreciate that. And so what does that mean? And so how do we live our lives as kind of a living Eucharist for that? So at 10 to 10, thank you for coming online. Thank you for your feedback. It's great to have you. Please don't ever hesitate to, we're easy to get a hold of through the messenger on the Facebook, through the email and the phone calls or whatever. And we're here. We have to assume that we're going to be at online church for a while in our virtual world. So here so whatever we can do, not only to kind of push out information, I guess, from the parish per se, but more importantly, I think it's how do we connect with one another, how do we continue to support with one another. So many blessings for the day. We wish you God's peace, God's blessing, and again, thanks so much for stopping by and joining. Okay, talk to you soon.